Shaykh to Moshe Ruben. It was a colorful youth. I don't know if he has an Einklach here. Colorful youth. He was a Slonim, but he came from Slonim. Anyway. Yeah. Some of these stories that I'm sharing are like classics. Not maybe necessarily say for Asichas, but it's good to have some classics, you know? Because if you think about them as you grow and develop, it's very, very good, very helpful. Anyway, the story is, the city of Slonim was basically, people think, it was a Chasidische Stadt. It wasn't a Chasidische Stadt. It was mainly a Litvish. It was a Litvish. It's not the Ashkenaz Stadt. Yeah. Anyway, and they had there also this Danske Stiebel. There's a little about the Stiebel yet. I heard the Rebbe Marash's time. See the Rebbe Marash made a Stiebel over there. Anyway, and the Rosh Hayir, the mayor of the city, says, I want to come visit because, you know, I've Geld, more money, you know, funding. So you come to the mayor and say, help our institutions, the Cholim and the Sachen that Yiddish Kehillas need, communities need. So the mayor says, fine, I'll come. No? Who does he meet with? Who goes to this? Who goes around to this with the mayor? Rabbi Dalfin, the Rosh Yeshiva. The person who's the boss.
Mayor comes here.
whoever, you know, when it'll come to Shem and listen. You scored once big, you'll score again big. I heard you brought this person, Bible, was a Sheidelim Emes. You took him around to see the Tayr of Bacharim and Lent and the Geholfen. So, you know, this is not the far-fetched idea. You bring in a person, there's nothing. Trust me, I know my fundraising, okay? I've done it for 40 years. I know that world. And there's nothing comparable to Mazet Medeigen Eigen. You can tell him, and you can write him letters and emails, and write your drafts, and Yisrael brother will prepare you how to raise money, and how to make the appeal, and not too much, and not too little, and it's all, and Mental Duchman Yisrael will teach you, kol hakavod. But I tell you from the feed, I'm a Talmud of Shlomo Kunyan in fundraising, okay? And we go TOT. You knock on the door, no appointment, Vayhi Hayoim, I'm here, and Dav Hilf. What do you need help for? This is what I need help for. That's our Shlomo bought his first building, Chabad House, my Sayidua, with Gvidim, old Gvidim from the mall, you know, and Ganish, and he's with them, and they say, Rabbi, so this new building you want to buy on campus in Westwood, 741 Gailey Avenue, how much do you need? Whatever it was in 1967, 68, 69, when he bought the building, and it says there, a certain amount, there's a lot of money. And they say, Rabbi, in the elevator, there's, Rabbi, you're crazy. Where are you getting the money? And he turns to them, from you! And kach they gave the money at the end. Chutzpah. Anyway, so the Rosh Hayir comes, and the Rav of the Grace Shul, the big shul in Slonim, was a literature. I mean, it's not a literature. And he walks around, and he shows him this institution, that institution, and he's showing off his mind, his property, his institutions, and so that the Rosh Hayir will give more money. All of a sudden, they hear Kvitcherai. You know what the word Kvitcherai is? A good Yiddish word. Kvitcherai. Screaming. Oh! Ah! Like drunks from a bar. He turns to the Rav, the rabbi, and says, what's going on here? I thought you were a normal city. I don't see any bars here. I don't see any Mishagoyim. He says, you're right. Mayor, you're right. Look up there. And he points up to a mountaintop over there, and he says, see over there? There's a base Mishugoyim. There's a house for people who are not mentally stable. And they scream, hey, people not well. He says, wow. Wow. Can you tell me more about this? Because this is something that, social activities. This talks to people. We're doing social justice. We'll help them with Shagayim. We're not laughing. Chas v'sholom, people that are not gezund. You need the funding for their needs. He says, yeah, let me tell you, Mayor. They're actually not people who are mentally not stable, as far as understanding. They're a little group called Chasidism, and they're called Lubavitcher Chasidism. And they drink and party, and when they take l'chaim, and they become freilach, they go, hey, hoo, ha, me tanzen, me kvitschen, me schreien, me sing. Chassidim used to dance. There was one of the big things about Chassidim was doing dancing. You know that? Today it's not so natural, still is a little bit, but today in America it's betanznish. But I've always given Chassidim in Ruslan. You see a picture of 770, Farbrengen, Tomchei, I think, actually Tomchei Lametz. Mendel Futterfass is dancing with David Raskin on tables, yeah? That's the way Lubavitcher Chassidim getanzt. That's a picture of real Lubavitcher Chassidim from Amol. That's how they give out Farbrengen. Farbrengen, a bisschen Mashpia, or more than a bisschen Mashpia. And then they got up and they danced. As they Amol given. Even Melech, Mashpia. Every Farbrengen that a bisschen Mashpia, which was many times, but Numen Mashke, he wouldn't end the Farbrengen. He ended the Farbrengen, he got up, and we made dances, and he made a somersault, a kulya, and he made us make kulyas. And then we knew that's the end of the Farbrengen. And then we had to help him walk down the steps, and he went home. But so given us azaf by Chassidim. So the Rav says, poking fun at the Lubavitcher Chassidim, these are the Mishugoyim. They took mashke, they got themselves drunk. They shrine, they kvitchen. The word got back to the Lubavitcher Chassidim in the Shtiba and Slonim that the Litvischer Rav, the Mishnakischer Rav, said this to the mayor, and then he said, so the Chassidim said, and this is Moshe Ruben's punchline, Meshuge seinen mir. Oh, it's zusammen sein. Aber Moshe, you hear? You know a little Yiddish, right? Asach Yiddish. We're talking nuts, talking sugar, but we're together. And now you can't buy it in Panovich, you can't buy it in Lakewood, and you can't buy it anywhere. You know where you can buy it? When you have a Chassidish Farbrengen. Don't think we can buy it in Lubavitch either, just by putting in, they say, sing a thing. I was here a few days ago, and Bachar said, oh, you sing nice, sing this thing. And I said, well, you want to put it on the jukebox? He used to PMO, he used to play these Galatian songs. You put in 5 cents and it played a song, you chose a song. Don't work that way. Choose your niggin, sing. Dalfin, sing. It doesn't work that way. If you be saying it, standing up with Mashpia, sing zusammen, with Farbrengen, singt man. But remember that. You're going to be called Meshugoyim. And your answer is, we might be Meshuga, but we're together. And that's our credo. You know what the word credo is? That's our core. That's our essence. That's our belief. Wir sind zusammen. Bruderschaft. One bacher should feel for another bacher. Really feel for them. In everything, from Gashmis to Ruchnias, whatever it is. And also that includes Inyanim from Sveikis, Chas v'sholom, of this or that. Talk it out. You're still a young bacher and you're not, 18, 19, 20. But, Taike Belevish, the famous Hayoyoy, Yisichena. Talk it out. Achave. Pick Yovis. Knei l'chochava, what does it mean? What does Knei l'chochava l'chachov mean? Oh. Buy yourself a friend. Knei. Today they pay money to go what's called the therapist. Right? I don't want to embarrass anyone, but if I asked you to raise your hand if you went to a therapist, maybe some of you would answer.
I think some people will not raise their hand. They'll be embarrassed.
In my days, I don't know, maybe that's why we should go in. We didn't go to therapists. And believe me, we had our mishigasim and stuff. And basically, it's not therapists now. I don't know what they're therapists. Anyway, we're not going to get into that right now.
It's not bad.
You're the Rosh Yeshiva. If you tell them it's not bad, That's not for me to tell them. But, I'm a doctor, something, absolutely. You need it. But, you pay money to a therapist, psychologist. Buy a friend. Even, pick up and say, even if you need to buy a friend, do that. What does that show? The Yeshivas, the importance of having a Chabad. And in Lubavitcher Chasidism, by Chassidim, this is what really, there's a lot to talk about, but this was a mainstay by Chassidim was what made the Russian Chassidim. They were brothers. I'll tell you, just life experience. I was once in Mendel Shem Tov, in Mendel Shem Tov's house, on Lefferts Avenue. Whatever, I went to interview, just to get out of the a lot of very interesting things that were told me. But anyway, so in the middle of my conversation, and I'm related, my Shver and him are cousins, best friends growing up. Him, Mother Kozlina, Chaim Serbansky, and Mendel, like the three best buddies, like the three stooges, you know? Mamish, they grew up together in Ruslan, you know what I'm saying? Good buddies, good friends. So talking to him, and the phone rings, and his wife picks up. And he says, Mendel, this is Basia. Who's Basia? His sister, Basia Azimov. Mul Azimov's wife was Basia. Franklin, Shliach. And then I heard him talk to his sister. I promise you, I melted. I never heard a brother and sister speak this way. Tayere Schwester, Liebe Schwester, with such love and such warmth and such warmth. It was for me, an American boy, you know, a baseball boy, right? A Borough Park Crown Heights boy, right? Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Like all of you, same. One comes from Philly, one comes from Cincinnati, one comes from Crown Heights, Borough Park, Chicago, you know. Pete Chagrona used to keep the score of the New York Yankees. That's what he did. And Yossi Heff, the big Yossi Heff, the Shliach in the lot, was an avid New York Yankees fan. Okay? Telling maybe I shouldn't say that because Einich's here. But okay. And the Friedrich Rebbe knew it. Talking about the Friedrich Rebbe. He knew and he enjoyed that the Salman Gerari tried stopping it. But so we're regular American boys, you know. I think we can all say that, you know. Nevertheless, when you hear from this type of idea, regardless of he's more of a chassid, he's less of a chassid, when we hear this was Lubavitch. This is the type of Lubavitch that we grew up in. This Warmkeit, this Chassidischkeit, this togetherness, this brotherliness. Mein Breit is dein Breit. Dein Breit is mein Breit. It's your bread, right? Dein, the reminder, the famous word. It's yours, that's mine, it's mine. You know, that's what. So the Nekuda is that you come to Chasidism Farbrengen and should be Tammuz. You know, we're celebrating this special day. Let us kind of vacate our webwarf and throw away our self and me and weiter me. And then we sing the Chasidism was the digging. Adir hu bo el yenim bocheru bad right. That's famous. Chabad-Lubavitcher, right? And then Rabbi Yitzchak, the famous thing is, do, Mizrach, do, Meiden, right? That nigga, right? So instead of saying do, I, ich, Mizrach, Meiden, ich. It's all me. It's all me. It's all I. No. Behemoth, what you are. You're so grub. You don't see that you're ash. Nothing. Goodness. One day you're here, the next day you're in bed. You're like a crank out tighter. You know what I mean? Come on. Get over it. And you're going to see this. And you're Farbrengen with Chasidism. At least you walk out saying, but we talked about Bittul before. You know, I should really make a friend. Make a friend. If everyone here, I always say to people, and I teach them, if we only have one real friend, it's such a commodity, it's such a thing that's rare to get hub and afraid. And that means you can talk to them about anything. Nigi nafshi, nafshecha, whatever's plaguing you, whatever's questioning you, whatever's difficult. But gashmis and baruchni is personal, communal. You know, it's not like, you know. Well, you go to a Rebbe, no yeshivas. I just do yeshivas. You have yeshivas today. I went to yeshivas. Mendel Schuster went to yeshivas. I don't know what, I'm thinking would say the same thing. What do we have? A minute. The Rebbe gave a bracha and mazaros. You go in like a behemoth, kumparis a behemoth. Bracha drinks a chon, he goes to mikveh, fast, he put on a gartel, there's a maimer, there's a chusbeinen a bissel, he says tehillim, geht aran zum Rebbe. You can do the same thing today. You need to do the same thing today. Whether you go, my wife, you know, she says, Davin is 77, we've been borrowed from it. I'm not up there. I say, you see the picture on the wall? I was there, I don't know if many of you were there, but I was there at that event. I was 9 years old, Tafshin Lamed. My father, schlepped me as a little boy, and I remember being almost crunched and crumbled by the people, the Rebbe, the Chasidim. They ran from where the Rebbe did this to Alainigim Sefer Torah and Oren Kodesh, and it was Friday afternoon, and they ran, it was gefährlich. I remember I made it. I was a little boy, 9 years old, right? You go to this picture, Zeizachim's Boinen, you stand there with a gartel, no one has to see you, and Trachs Charai, that's your yeshivas. Where does it say that it has to be otherwise? Oh, we're used to it. We're used to it. So the Eibishter wants it should be this way now. You believe in the Eibishter? Yeah. You believe in the Eibishter? Say everybody else. So I'm just saying that, you know, don't. The Rebbe is alive. The Rebbe is real. It's not. It was bubble mices. It's not bubble mices. If you're bubble mices, then it's bubble mices. If du bist nicht bubble mices, then it's really real. And the proof is you, Bachar. You, Yeshiva Rabbi. This is the living proof that it's not bubble mices. How could it be? Because Menempes Seriozna, as we say in Russian Yiddish. Seriously, it's real business. It's not a game. So, B'meila, I went to Yechidus. I remember I took a bar mitzvah bacher into Rebbe in 1980, Tafshin Mem from camp in Los Angeles, from Rebbe Levitansky's rabbinical. I was a counselor in Tafshin Mem in 79. I with a weg and Simcha Bart. We counselors the Farbrengen. So one of the boys, Ron Antwick, I remember his name, brought him to the bar mitzvah, said, come to New York. He came with his grandparents. So Ganesh, I asked the label Kroner, you know, said, you come in with them, you know, be a, interpreting for Rebbe, whatever place. Boss, never gave us bracha, gave us dollars, and Zarishki guy. So if you take it to Chitzoyli superficially, it's not a boss, big deal. Take it with Livius. Start out some Rebbe. When you go into the Rebbe, this is real business. Mendel Garelli, the Chasidism from Milano, there. He didn't talk to the Rebbe. Can you imagine? You're in yeshivas, the Rebbe's here. What's your first name? Aaron. He says, the Rebbe says to you, Aaron, tell me how you're feeling. What would you say? Baruch Hashem. Yeshua Mendel stood like this. Was tut sich in Milano? What's going on in Milano? Poshet Kipshutai didn't speak, and the Rebbe is talking to him. Now, some will say, I'm a shuganet, right? You're not normal. Some will say, this is Chassidus. It's not for me to interpret. Is Avodas Hashem. My point is that everyone has their own congregation, their own feelings. And today, it's real. It's not, you know, your Mashpia told you, your Rosh Yeshiva told you. You learn Chassidus. You see, if we learn Chassidus, learn Nigla, but we learn Chassidus. And Medabik, obviously, you say Mila B'Mila, Taf Tzacharaina Borg, you sit by Chassidus Farbrengen. Then your Rebbe is a different Rebbe. It's not a Rebbe that he has to talk. I have to hear him. If you want to hear him, you'll hear him. Boy, will you hear him. You'll hear him loud and clear. So loud and so clear. Halavai, I would listen to him. Because he's constantly talking and living. So, you know, my shtuyot, my laziness, my minyonim. So it becomes such a, I don't know, simple. Take Yiddishkeit, take Chassidishkeit, take Rebbe, simple. Go to the picture and let to the Rebbe. You're in 770, let to the Rebbe. You have an oil, let to the Rebbe. Don't. All these philosophies, it's philosophies. Just let to the Rebbe, the same Rebbe. No difference. It's talking no difference before Gimel Tammuz and after Gimel. There is no difference. There is no difference. Those that make a difference are making a big mistake. There is no difference. However you interpret that, I don't care if you live with the Rebbe. If you're living with yourself, my understanding, and my feelings, and my headagation, and my fantasies, okay, so go. And Taka, we've seen that, look, people who, they get excited. Noch der Masach Mol, hat it sich nothing. Well, let's go on. At the same time, Rebbe, don't be extreme. My father is always he has a word, he was taught growing up. Sei normal. Sei normal. Be normal. Like Rabbi Dalfin said, did it really help? You know? You want to be a big chassid. You want to be a big rov. You want to be a big mashpia. You want to be a big mitzvah, a big shliach. All without the yesh. Because when you put that yesh in, that self in, that ego, you're a nothing. And the Rabbi Chaim, you convince yourself of something. And for that, we need the Farbrengen. That's what a Farbrengen is about. That's what a Farbrengen. That's why we spend 2, 3, 4 hours sitting here singing Chasidism, saying a word, saying l'chaim. It's an activity. You know, I say always that if the world would know what a real Chasidism Farbrengen is, we would have so many more Lubavitcher. We don't show and give them a real Chasidism Farbrengen. There's not enough of that. A real Chasidism Farbrengen. And if they would be exposed to that, they would say, I want to learn Chassidus. Fine. That's what we're talking about for the last 2 or 3 hours. I don't know how long it is, whatever. Say, so, a real Chasidism Farbrengen, we sit together, and we don't look at watches, we don't look at clocks. You know, whenever the Mendel Futterbas would say that his son Beryl, who was very sick in his youth, deadly sick, is a Arizke Krochin, he was saved, the Mendel would say, he says, Beschus was in the table mit der Wege gegangen of Chasidism Farbrengen. He never left the Chasidism. When I'm finished, they're finished. He told me that once, and he told other people. So, I can't tell you, but so this is what the Nakuda is. This is the point. The point is, you have to be honest. Don't be extreme. Let a second person, let him live. You know, work with him, work together, love him. That's it. That's it. I saw this by Chassidim. I'll tell you a story. Rabbi doesn't know the story, but I don't think you know. It's not a story. It's a story, but it has a message, and it's an important. So here's the story. We'll sing a niggin, al Chaim, and then the tzilm. No, Chasidische niggin. Ya 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 ya.